On Wednesday evening, Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson brought to the floor the budget bill that, of course, had attached to it the SAVE Act that I have spoken at length about, so I'm not going to get too much into it. But for those who have not been paying attention, the SAVE Act, of course, is the legislation that makes it illegal for non-citizens to vote in federal elections, which is already illegal, but it gives Republicans more leeway to kick people off the voting rolls and makes it harder for people to register to vote. Republicans don't want people to vote. They always get hurt when there's higher turnout, so that's what it's all about. But Wednesday night, Johnson finally brings the bill to the floor with the SAVE Act attached to it, and of course it immediately failed, as everybody knew it would. Even Marjorie Taylor Greene knew that it was going to fail. So, back to the drawing board, right? Well, not so fast. Because Donald Trump, following the failure of this legislation, once again demanded Republicans shut down the government if they don't get everything they want and Democrats get nothing of what they want. Here is what Donald Trump posted on Truth Social. If Republicans don't get the SAVE Act and every ounce of it, they should not agree to a continuing resolution in any way, shape, or form. Democrats are registering illegal voters by the tens of thousands as we speak. They will be voting in the 2024 presidential election, and they shouldn't be allowed to. Only American citizens should be voting in our most important election in history, or any election. A vote must happen before the election, not after the election when it is too late. Be smart, Republicans. You've been pushed around long enough by the Democrats. Don't let it happen again. Remember, this is Biden-Harris's fault, not yours. Now, there's a reason Trump told these people to be smart, but first, let me go ahead and point out that no, the Democrats are not registering tens of thousands of illegal voters. By the way, you would see that. Like, the federal government knows when people register to vote. The states know when people register to vote. And for the record, you can actually look those things up yourself. You don't even have to be a government official. If it were happening, there would be documentation that is widely available to every single person with a connection to the internet. It's not happening. Trump is a delusional liar. But again, there's a reason why Donald Trump told Republicans, be smart. Biden and Harris will get the blame for it. It's because the day before, Republican Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell said this to Republicans. One thing you cannot have is a government shutdown. It would be politically beyond stupid for us to do that right before the election because certainly we'd get the blame. One of my favorite old sayings is, there's no education in the second kick of a mule. We've been here before. So Mitch McConnell came out the day before Trump posted this and said, Republicans, you're stupid. We will get blamed. And of course, it will crush us in November. And then Trump goes out and he says, no, be smart. Biden and Harris will get the blame. And apparently Speaker Johnson went with Donald Trump, said, okay, I'll do it. I'll be stupid. I mean, smart for you, I guess. Totally not an idiot. Mitch McConnell is right. And it feels so weird saying that, but Mitch McConnell's right. Republicans will get the blame. Hell, as I mentioned, even Marjorie Taylor Greene knows that. And if it's that obvious to Marjorie Taylor Greene, then I know it's obvious to Mike Johnson. But Johnson has been put in an unwinnable position. Trump wants him to shut down the government. Literally everybody else does not. So he is putting Donald Trump's whims ahead of not just his own caucus, not just his own party, but ahead of every single person in this country. And let's see how he gets rewarded for that when people go to the polls in November. Well, folks, we have crossed that 1 million subscriber milestone, but rest assured, we are just getting started here at Ring of Fire. So if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and make sure to like, share, and comment on the videos.